Okay, so welcome back to Let's Play Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, and we're still talking to people. Now, last we left, we had another dream, one that I do not remember from the last time I played this game. And granted, I have not gotten very far. I've gotten into Luskan, and had done a couple things around Luskan, but I haven't, in previous playthroughs, but I haven't actually gotten past very far into Luskan, which would be the third, maybe fourth section of the game. And I don't remember that dream. Now, it may just be a matter of I haven't played for a while. Here we go. But now she's telling us that she's wanting the moon tier, which is the relic the introduction told us about.
I remember I was around 15 years old. A toddling babe by elven reckoning. I had a friend. Serik. The best companion a young girl could have. But my parents did not approve of our friendship.
Now, as a note, elves mature physically and mentally at the same rate as humans. So a 15-year-old elf would be as emotionally and physically mature as a 15-year-old human, and intellectually. The difference is the cultural things that the cultural impact that lifespan has. Elves don't generally get considered adult until they call themselves adult, and that doesn't usually happen until around 100 years. So for the first 100 years or so, elves mostly live as dependents to their family. Why didn't they approve?
My parents told me our family had a sacred duty, one that meant we could not afford such dalliances. I found out not much later that they were right. My parents scolded and punished and eventually kept me from my dear friend. The one child with whom I could play, laugh, and experience joy. One day, I was out playing, on my own, when a group of travelers approached me. They said they were hungry and in need of supplies, but I could tell that they were drow. Even then, I knew what that meant. But, consumed by my childish anger and ignorance, I decided that... Gods forgive me. I decided that a confrontation with the drow would be a fitting punishment for my mother and father, for denying me Serik's companionship.
Well, they could have been either stray drow, or they could have been other non-loth drow. The fact that they're coming up to you looking for supplies and such does tend to imply that they're not the typical slaughter everything drow. On the other hand, they could be Veyrun drow, which are not as off-the-wall insane as Loth drow, and are known to be clever and pull stuff like this. You were just a child. Well, you were 15 years old, which is almost an adult by human standards and tiefling standards, but
I was. But it was no excuse for what I did. In a fit of pique, I gave the drow travelers directions to our village, hoping to... I don't know what I hoped. I wanted my parents to hurt the way they made me hurt. But what happened was much, much worse.
I don't know
The
if you...
drow turned out to be forward scouts for a raiding party. They invaded our village, killing and capturing my people, my family. We had been given the sacred honor of protecting a relic of Sehenim. While ransacking our home, the drow took the moon tier.
Now, I don't know if you're noticing it, because I'm only barely noticing it. But I'm pretty sure they have her mouth moving. I'm not entirely sure that it is, but I kind of think her model's mouth is moving. It may just be a trick of the light and pixels from the way her head's moving, and maybe shadows coming in there as well. In fact, I can kind of sort of see it there, so it might just be a trick of the light. But anyway, you were young. You couldn't have known how it would all unfold.
I knew of the drow. I knew what they were capable of. I thought such tragedy was the thing of stories and fables. not of real life.
Yep.
I search now for the moon tear, both to recover it for my goddess, but also in the hopes of making amends for my sins, for my wrath, my ignorance. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted. If there's nothing else, I'd like to take a moment and reflect.
Okay, so yeah, that's the thing about a lot of big stuff. There's this discussion came up on Scion Second Edition Discord recently about why people wouldn't be freaking out. Why wouldn't the history change or whatever due to the existence of the supernatural and all that? And it's like, oh no, it's like this. If you're in Scion 2E, perhaps a werewolf attack or a monster attack, magic curses, that kind of thing, that might be the kind of thing you hear about on TV or read about in history books. But it doesn't really happen to anybody you know. It's not something you've ever directly seen. It's like an earthquake. Most people have never been in an earthquake. They know it happens, but they don't know what it's like. Or a tornado. A lot of people know what a tornado is, but they have never seen one. And so it doesn't really have a hold on your mind about just exactly what it is until it happens to you. Same thing here. Do you have any thoughts on our
We met
situation?
under tense circumstances, but things will get easier from here on, if the gods will it. The sooner we meet with Soranil, the sooner we can both be on our way.
To be fair, I probably should have started with the real life examples of earthquake, tornadoes, stuff like that, or wars or other terrible things that happen, rather than the fantasy ones. But yeah, same general thing. I should be going.
The Lady of Dreams go with you.
Yeah, I have had enough of dreams already, thank you. But actually, she is a worshipper of Sihani, now that I think about it.
Something you need?
I'd like to learn a little bit more about you.
It's not much of a tale. I was born in Westgate, near the Sea of Fallen Stars. My family were traders. They'd moved out of East Rift and sought a home among the humans. My father made a lot of coin very quickly there, mostly doing things he shouldn't have been doing. Bribing officials for shipping contracts, smuggling goods into and out of town, that sort of thing.
So you came by your roguishness. You inherited your roguishness. Sounds like someone I know.
My mother never approved of my father's business. From the day she found out what we were up to, she started making contingency plans. She wasn't going to let Pa's problems bleed over into family.
That's good. Sounds like a smart woman.
She was. I'm alive because of her. Finally, my father's sturges came home to roost. They were murdered by rivals. And my mother took my siblings and I, hopped on a caravan and moved us all the way west to the City of Sails. And there we have it. How a fine young dwarf like me got mixed up in a place like Luskan. You know, this really takes me back. But I have some sleeping and resting that needs doing. Maybe we could wax nostalgic another time.
On the other hand, I'm sitting here, if she's trying to escape underhanded living, why did she go to Luskan and not like Silvery Hand or Mirabar? I mean, going from the Sea of Fallen Stars, you would think Mirabar is a closer thing, and that's a city of dwarves.
You and your friends fight like you've seen a skirmish or two. It'll be fun sneaking off and stealing things while you do all the work.
Lovely. I should be going.
Don't be a stranger.
But apparently strangers are so powerful. Because of another game I've been playing.
What do you need?
I'd like to learn more about you.
We haven't had a chance to talk very much since you joined up, have we? Me family goes way back. Back to Mithril Hall, if you believe that.
Ooh.
Our family scattered from there after Shimmergloom attacked. And we returned when King Battlehammer signed the treaty with the Many Arrow Orcs.
That's fairly late. That's quite a history.
Aye. We were smiths. I know, be still your heart, but we were good. Me clan got the name Stoneforge because it says me ancestor could forge stone into a blade fit for battle. Why you'd want to do that, I'll never know. Me ma and dad left for Mirabar just before I was born. Looking to expand the family business, they said. Too much competition from other smiths, I say.
That's just smart business.
Me dad was anything but stupid. That's for sure. We made good coin there. And we made a name for ourselves in Mirabar. I worked in the forge as a wee lass, swinging a hammer right alongside me da. Funny remembering it now. I'm not sure I hated it as much as I thought I did. Well, I need to get a bite to eat. Maybe we'll find some time to talk later.
Do you have any tactical observations to share?
We've got to get into Luskan and see this contact of theirs. If he knows anything about why we were attacked, he might know who we should be stabbing next.
Should be going.
Don't be a stranger.
Well, you say the same thing as him, as the other dwarf. I wonder if that's supposed to be a dwarf thing, or just laziness. Okay. So it's not a particularly large.
Sure. I'm on
map.
it. With pleasure. Anytime. Can do.
Oh, look, flour sacks.
Sure.
They're just flour
I'm on
sacks.
it.
They don't really do anything.
With pleasure.
And for whatever reason, it's just
Anytime.
me right now.
Can do.
Retraining buddy, dummy. Oh, this is for... I see. 0 points spent. 3 points spent. 3 points spent. I guess above their starting stuff. Okay.
Sure. I'm on it.
Okay. Oh, you know what? This looks like the map for the doing like the random dungeons and such. A lot of stuff here. Encumbrance 104 out of 290. I might have to sell some of these gems and such. Oh well.
With pleasure.
World travel. Okay. Mercenaries Cave. Bonestream Burrow. The High Road. City Gates. Slums. Cemetery. Closed-guard Island. Cutlass Island. Cutlass. Adventurers Camp. We're going to travel to City Gates. Accept. Get to decide again. Lydia, Larethar, and Jarhild. Yes. Lydia, do you have your wolf yet? I think you do. Kind of wish I could name the wolf, but it's just wolf. Also wish I could choose something other than wolf, but again, it's just wolf. Oh, the gates of Luskan, once open to admit trade from other lands, now stand shut. Only those with the proper permits are able to enter the city. Outside the gates, a small tent community of refugees, travelers, and merchants now await entry into the city. Luskan's walls offer them little protection from the harsh northern weather or their growing hunger. This sounds familiar. This was what was going on in Neverwinter Nights. Not the first Neverwinter Nights, but Neverwinter Nights' original campaign, the BioWare thing. The first Neverwinter Nights was off the Gold Box game engine. Look it up. It was like the first graphical MMO ever. And it was off the Gold Box engine. It is as horrible as it sounds like. Okay, so there's Brewbanks, the worst brother ever.
Anytime.
I guess he's not the worst. Hello. There's a thing over here. Are you the guild chest? No, you're just a chest. You need to be unlocked. Okay. Cloth of gold vestments. Potion of healing. Potion of heal dragon strength. What are these things? Flask of blue? Huh. Potion of invulnerability. Potion of greater healing.
Maybe I can help.
Hello, wolf.
Sure.
I'm gonna call you Okami just so I can
I'm
call
on
you
it.
wolf in a different language. Guess I could name you Lou.
With pleasure.
Let's look at the map. Well, there's a quest giver right there. Or quest objective, isn't it? Yep, quest objective. I don't need that. Okay. So... there are other quests markers. Warning, you've probably seen by now, the gates to Luskan are closed. But at least we made it here, thanks in no small part to you. It's all part of the job. Why are the gates closed? I'm not sure, to be honest. I took one look at the gate guards and decided I'd just wait my turn. What's wrong with the guards? From the looks of it, thugs, not proper city guards at any rate. We'll keep that in mind. We had an uneventful journey up until that last bit of unpleasantness. I'd say your guild was a pleasure to work with. Oh, that's good to hear. We did lose a lot of cargo and a couple days travel time, and as you know, some good folk as well. As much as I hate to do it, your contract allows us to take compensation for those losses from your payment. We accept whatever amount the contract stipulates. I appreciate your integrity. Here's your coin, and thanks again for your assistance. How much money did that net us? 100 gold. That's... seems... okay. I think I could probably sell a lot of this stuff. Maybe set up a store in Luskan. Sure will. Of course you'll get preferential pricing, my friend. You and the other heroes of the caravan. Let's see what you've got. I don't have anything junk. What about miscellaneous? The tattered note I don't want to sell. No, Symbian soap. I hope I don't need this for a vial of seawater. Seems oddly specific. Often carried as good luck charm by sailors on land. I hope I'm not doing something horrible here. Perfume from Waterdeep, red in color, that causes the wearer to smell of roses. It's black. Are we sure it's good? Oh well. What did I just sell? I don't want to sell the mercenary contract, thank you. I'll sell the cloth doll. Wait a minute, let me look at the cloth doll again real quick. Yeah, I'll keep it. A whetstone, a tankard, a bell. I'll keep the effigy. Keep that. The abacus, clay pipe, a couple mirrors. Captain Rethnor. Toy soldier dressed in the garb of Purple Dragon Knight of Cormier. Copper chalice. Yeah. What is sunrise? Smells freshly grated lemons. Blue stars. Transparent blue perfume with gold flecks smelling of fresh before a storm winds. That must be magic. What do you have to sell? What do you... That is highly expensive. With okay, critical range plus 10, 1 to 2 piercing. It's not much piercing. It's not much damage. Ugh. Anything of an arm? Nope. Okay. Speaking of which, shield is considered a weapon. I kind of want a better shield. That looks pretty wanky. But this is for if people get up close, so I can have some better AC when people are close. It's only a +1 AC? Really? That's a horrible bonus from a shield. Okay. There we go. Okay. Investigate the gate to Luskan.
Can do.
Okay, we can go through these trees. Cool. There is somebody over here. Shaylin, are you?
Sure.
The quest marker I'm looking at. I can't talk to her. I can talk to him. I can take on anyone in the slums. I don't think that's the question, Rael. It is, do we have to start there? Half-Elf notices you and pauses. Hail, traveler. Can we help you? Sounds like you two need help. I heard just enough, huh? Well, you're not wrong. Shaylin and I, we've been trying to find a place to live in Luskan, but it's a bit trying. Luskan is run by pirates. Why would you choose to settle here? See, Rael? I don't think this is a good idea. Gives a hard sigh. Clearly isn't the first time she's heard Shaylin say that to her. That's why Rael wants to be in Luskan. She has always been telling me that her dream is to join Ship Taro. Of course, High Captain Taro, a woman leading a gang full of pirates. How can you not be excited about that? So your plan is to join Ship Taro and live in Luskan. My intelligence was not enough to make that successful. That's right, but first we need a place to stay that is safe for us. Unfortunately, it turns out that safe homes are few and far between in a city run by pirates. The only affordable place is in the dangerous slums. Traveler, if you have any suggestions, we would be keen to hear them. You look like you know Luskan better than we do. I could convince him to move into the slums. I could give him 1,000 gold. I don't have that. Tell me more about yourselves. What skills do you have? I think you know enough about myself. You really want to know about Shaylin, huh? Or you really want to know about Shaylin, huh? I don't really know what her voice sounds like. Me? Well, I'm a scribe. Not sure what that use that is in a city of pirates. There's a decent private library in Luskan. You could probably find work there. Oh, that does sound interesting. If that fails, Shaylin has always had a great hand for forgeries. Yes, but I prefer to keep that quiet. Not a lot of business for that when no one trusts the signatures anymore. Traveler, if you have any suggestions, we would be keen to hear them. What if I find a vacant loft in Luskan for you two? Ah, someone would have to be killed to have a decent, cheap loft behind. Which in Luskan probably isn't that uncommon. True, but Traveler, if you do find anything like that, please let us know. Okay, good luck, you two. I'll let you know if I find anything. Thanks for the kind words. And my timer did go off, so I'll be going on to a new video. See you in a moment.